You had the easiest job in the world, and you blew it. It's unbelievable. The guy that was a suicide watcher, the guy that monitored Jeffrey Epstein, has to be fired. That was an easy job. What is there to do? You look at a camera, or maybe look directly at Epstein on Suicide Watch. He's been on Suicide Watch since recently, when he tried to commit suicide a while back, just a little while ago, and so he's on Suicide Watch, and the suicide watcher, whoever that guy is, with a really easy job. I mean, how tough is that? Just watch, right? He blew it. How do you have a guy on Suicide Watch commit suicide? It's unbelievable. Everybody knew that there was a lot of people that wanted Jeffrey Epstein dead. He knew he was the man who knew too much. You know, of course, the question is, was this really suicide or was it Arkancide? You know what I'm talking about. I mean, if there was ever a guy that was targeted for death, it had to be Jeffrey Epstein. All the more reason to keep your eyeballs on him. I don't know what the job title is, suicide watcher or whatever. You should never be in that job again. You should be fired. Never be a suicide watcher again. It's unbelievable. Now, so what happened? Did you avert your eyes? Were you reading the newspaper or something at the time? What the hell were you doing, Mr. Suicide Watcher? Hey, I can understand how that job can be boring, just watch somebody all the time. Well, hey, you know what? Maybe put a couple of earplugs in, AirPods, and listen to Rush Limbaugh or music or whatever to keep your mind occupied. How tough is that? This is the biggest example of somebody committing suicide. It could have been Arkancide, since Hermann Goring was also on. You know, they were watching him all the time, and he managed to commit suicide. Although now information has come out that perhaps the guy that was his suicide watcher or his guard in 1946 in Nuremberg, that he allowed, he might not have known it was in there, but he allowed Goring to have some personal cream or something, and in that cream, that's where his cyanide pill was. So so this is the biggest case of suicide while on a suicide watch since 1946 in Nuremberg. So all I know is, whoever that is, I don't know. Will we ever find out who Epstein's suicide watcher was? I mean, everybody knew what was coming down the pike. Everybody knew. He knew too much. Of course, there are documents out there that still will nail. I mean, we've already heard about Prince Andrew and George Mitchell and, the former governor of New Mexico, Bill Richardson. They're all in those documents as people that Epstein got favors for well, I'm not going to get into detail. Anyway, just all I can say is, whoever was the suicide watcher for Jeffrey Epstein, you're fired, buddy. Or you should be fired. See you later.